My man's Caleb Williams stood at the podium and addressed those pre-draft reports. And then we got a lot of things coming out of OTAs today on today's episode of Chicago Bears Central. But before we talk about it and break it down, you gotta hear the music first.
You are now tuned in to Chicago Bears Central, your number one place for all Chicago Bears news and content.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back in to Chicago Bears Central, your number one spot for everything Chicago Bears. I'm your host here, Bobby, joined by Cdub. I almost said Steve over here.
You
But
just
hey,
glitched like a
what's the word, my man?
What's up, man? You good? What the fuck?
I'm
You
good.
don't do that.
Is you cool?
Yeah.
But hey, Caleb Williams, after being called out from nobody really cared. I would just keep it a bug. I didn't care, but 670 to score kept on pounding on the table just to hear it. But Caleb Williams stepped to the podium before anybody asked questions. He went out there and he stood firm and addressed the reports before he was selected by the Chicago Bulls. Just one of those things that came Bears. By the Chicago Bears, just one of those things that came out from what he was saying is that we're focused on the present. This whole situation has been a distraction, and taking the time to address it today is important. And along with a number of other things. But C-Dub, how did you feel about Caleb Williams' press conference today?
I'm staying neutral. I thought it was nothing when the report came out last week. Yeah, he probably had the thought, and he said as much in the press conference. Yeah, there was some thoughts that came around, but ultimately I chose the challenge of turning around a franchise who's had bad luck with quarterbacks since the inception of the NFL. So I'm gonna whatever happened, I don't give a damn. He stuck with us as the quarterback. I don't give a damn what he thought, what efforts he put in to get out of the Chicago Bears seat or any of that shit. It don't matter. I don't care.
That's how I address it as well. I'm like, bro, he ain't those concerns that you go into any type of situation. You gonna look out for your family. You gonna look out for yourself too. You mean to tell me you go to trade school, college, vocational school, join the military, or even hell, podcast. You put all your hard work and effort, and somebody come to you and say, hey, we got an opportunity for you. You not gonna look at what transpired in their history. You're not going to see if that organization or if that business is going to have your best interest in mind as we move forward. Absolutely. So for anybody to sit there and act like it was such a huge thing for him to have reservations, it's just, it's ridiculous. If you ask me, I understand that some people might feel a little something because he loved Kevin O'Connell over there in Minnesota, which is a division rival. But who wouldn't love Kevin O'Connell? This man he's been winning since he stepped foot in Minnesota. And look how this man had an astronaut come and be his quarterback, and they won football games, C-Dub. It's crazy work, right?
Yeah, that's nuts.
One of the things that I took out from it is when Caleb said the last thing that was said and all of that, I think is the most important, is that I wanted to be here. I love being here. I think that's what everybody should just go ahead and settle with, right?
Yeah, what the hell is wrong with? I'm gonna need everybody who has a problem with the report that came out the other week. Joe, take your pride and take your emotions out of it, because it don't fucking matter, bro. You can feel as upset and as unhinged as you want. He's going to be the Chicago Bears quarterback for the next at least 3 years. And I'm gonna tell you, I'm just telling you that at least, but it's gonna be for the next like a decade. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I hope he can go ahead and have this partnership with Ben Johnson to go for a nice long time, bro. I really am. We've seen a lot of good stuff. We've seen a lot of bad stuff. And he even admitted that stuff. He was like, but that was a bump, and I'm confident in myself, so we can go ahead and move forward. Let's move forward. Let's focus on the now. I think that was one of the most important parts of it. Let's focus on the now. Let's move forward. because some people just trying to harp on it and act like it was such a bad idea to have reservations about this organization to where Justin Fields didn't succeed, Mitch Trubisky didn't succeed, Jay Cutler had a little run, but then it ultimately didn't work out, and a number of other coaches. The best damn quarterback is a guy I've never seen unless I pull him up on Google.
What are you talking about? Mike Tomczak or something? Hey, look,
Sid Luckman.
I like, bro, like this is a part of the reason we ain't had a 4,000-yard passer and touchdowns. What 30 touchdowns? Somebody threw 30 touchdowns or 40 touchdowns. Like it's because of us. We gotta take the blame too. Like what the hell?
I thought he was. You don't even work here.
What up, Drip?
What's good?
What up, though?
I just finished Bleacher Report and I was like, hey, my boy's live. Let me go hop in here real quick.
Yeah, slide. I want to hear what Drip want to.
Yeah, how you feeling about the whole press conference coming from Caleb Williams though?
I mean, I feel like he addressed it the best way possible. I'm glad that he didn't try to hide from. Well, let me not say hide from it, but like I wouldn't have felt any way about it if he just didn't address it, because like why address stupid shit, right? But I do love that he came out there and he did talk about his dad, caring about him, caring about his future. But he seems committed to the Bears, and that's the most important thing to me. All that other shit, be committed to the team. Seems like he's committed to the team. I'm good.
Yeah, me and Cdub was saying, we like how he just came right to the podium, and before questions were asked, he was like, yeah, I know what y'all about to ask me. Let me go ahead and break it all down. Gave like a 3-minute little I guess speech about it before people start asking a bunch of bonehead stuff that we already knew the answer to.
You know what he showed me? He showed me a lot of leadership. He know this will be a problem in the locker room for probably the whole season or most of the season. So what does he do? He gets right up in front of it and try to squash it. Now this is Chicago. He's going to probably hear the question again and again and again and again. But he can always go into that. I step right in front of it and try to squash it. Y'all the one carrying it further. Like, forget about that shit, bro. We got a whole season to play. Why are we harping on this shit? I'm not talking to my fellas on the panel. I'm talking to all the fans, all the naysayers about Caleb, about this stupid little thought that he had with his father. Like, forget that. Let's move on to the season. That shit doesn't matter, bro. It don't.
Y'all want to know what was funny? Some reporter talking about do your dad speak for you?
Oh, man. Stop that goofy shit, bro.
I'm like, what? And my man's, he handled it like a professional and took it on the chin and was like, no, what? Speak for me? No, I value my dad. I love my dad. He did everything what a father is supposed to do. Because I'm pretty sure when Cdub sent his daughter off to college, when Hayes sent his daughter off to college, they was like, hold on, what college you going to? What program are you studying? What is the history of this college? Are they going to make sure you're safe out of my care? It's the same thing that he's doing, sending his kid to the NFL. Nothing wrong with that, bro.
Absolutely. And I think it's mostly his pops. I don't know what happened, but I think it's just mostly his pops blowing all this smoking, all this stupid shit. But he's standing in front, he's doing what a son should do. He's stepping out in front of protecting his dad too, because he ain't saying it was all my dad or none of that shit. But he going out there like a leader and trying to squash this shit. Y'all just need to chill, bro.
So
the thing is too is that like I hate that people are asking like, does his dad speak for him? Like, let's be clear. How much have we seen Carl Williams around since Caleb has officially been here?
Zero.
So
I ain't
like
seen
people who are asking, like, it'd be different if he was like goddamn Tyrese Halliburton's dad coming out arguing with players, but like I haven't seen him around. Like,
I don't even know what he
Caleb's
looked
been
like.
able to focus on football, right? He ain't been doing the LeVar Ball shit. He ain't been doing the Tyrese Halliburton his dad shit. So let them, like, I get it. Like, make no mistake about it. I love the Chicago Bears. If my son was a quarterback and the Chicago Bears drafted him, I live and breathe Chicago Bears football. I'd be like, hey, now I love y'all, but if y'all do my son wrong, I'm gonna fuck some people up. Hollis will not be standing no more.
That's a fact.
So, listen, I understand it as a father wanting to protect your son and shit like that. And let's be clear, they explored their options. It'd be different if Carl Williams walked into one of the meetings like, y'all not drafting my son, God damn it, I'm going to do everything it's not that. Like, chill out, man. Chill out, bro.
Yeah, you need to chill the hell out, bro. Hey, man, but it's okay, though. I like what I seen from Caleb. This is like his first, like, petty shit he had to deal with as as a starter quarterback. You know what I'm saying? Like he really had to step out in front and really make his statement known to the press. So it's gonna be more. I like the way he handled the first one, and let's move forward.
Yeah, I agree with it. Just real quick though, just for context, the book is officially about the release of September. So there is a potential that something else could be put in this book.
Oh Lord,
So
yo, this is
we might have
scary.
to address something else. But again, if it's coming from his father, bro, just let it go.
Yeah, bro.
Real talk. Not even gonna lie to y'all. But hey, now let's talk about the football aspect. Ben Johnson spoke a lot about today. And one of the big things that a lot of people talked about was the body language coming from his quarterback. And then, he, answered to that, talked about the body language of his quarterback and how when they met, they wanted to clean that up. Then a reporter asked, did you address DJ Moore's body language? And my man's Ben Johnson said, I addressed the entire team. And then I'm paraphrasing here, but he did say that I don't want my team to be a palms up team and that the accountability for body language applies to everyone. Being a palms up team is a sign of weakness, in his opinion. Cdub, to that, what you say?
I agree with him. I am a real big body language guy, especially when it comes to your leaders. And I thought that DJ Moore did not exhibit leadership last year. I just don't think he did. We're gonna keep it real. We ain't gonna pussyfoot around on this shit. His body language was awful. Also, me and nephew talked a little bit before this live, and he talked about Caleb body language. I wanna I like to keep that shit a buck. Maybe you could fix me, nephew. I want to give Caleb a pass. I don't think that was his body language was towards a specific player or towards a situation that didn't go his way. It was more of we losing this game. I can't take it. It wasn't directed at nobody. But if you look at a guy like DJ Moore, it's when he didn't get a pass thrown his way. The pass wasn't as accurate as it was supposed to be to make it an easier catch for him. It was pointed towards a specific player, Caleb Williams. So I want to give Caleb a pass. You agree with that?
I think it's a bit fair. I will say that when you look at Caleb Williams, you do got to hold him accountable because he is the quarterback. But then I also believe that your veterans got to wrap your arms around the young player too. You know what I'm saying? Y'all been around the league longer than this young fella. And hey, if he did miss some of those passes, instead of throwing your damn arms up on Ben Johnson's turn, putting your palms in the air and flailing around and doing this, it showed a sign of weakness. And that was what transpired after that Washington game. Because to our point, or at least to my point, when I said, thank God for the Washington game, because that's what got Matt Eberflus fired. But at the same time, your season was not over at that particular point, is what I said. So I will, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to still hold him accountable a little bit, but I don't think that the criticism in those moments should be as harsh as it is, like a veteran of DJ Moore, simply because DJ Moore has to be that veteran leadership. And hey, I ain't gonna lie to you, when Caleb did show bad body language, it was because he was sitting next to a bozo ready to go get an ice cream cup from McDonald's in a loss. Like, we getting our ass kicked by the Patriots, and you giggling and cackling on the sideline. Time I say, hey man, we're going to get a blizzard from DQ. No,
what?
No. We ain't going to celebrate. What's funny? Like, what's funny?
Who in their right mind thought that Shane Waldron was worse than Lukey Dookie, bro?
Crazy
I didn't think it was possible, bro.
Hey, to Getsy's credit, and this is the smallest credit you'll ever get, at least he knew how to put a first drive together.
Bro, that's it. That's it. We got to give Luke Getsy. So are we saying Luke Getsy, Shane Waldron?
We saying.
Yes.
That's what we said.
They downhill though, like
right?
downhill below the chest.
Hey, if y'all couldn't see our hands, you just gotta hold it at waist level. That's it. Just imagine it's the waist level, because
man, I can't believe it. I mean, could it get worse than that? That's the question I want to ask. Is Ben Wait, who's the offensive? Wait, it got to be Ben
Declan
because he
Norton,
off.
but
No,
it's
no,
Ben. It's
it's
Ben. Ben
Ben.
is calling plays.
Is Ben worse than Lukey Dookie and Shane Waldron? I must just
No.
say no.
No, no,
No.
no, not at all. And I think that when Ben Johnson stepped to the podium, bro, he commands the room. Yeah, I don't. When you listen to Matt Eberflus talk, you are talking to a salesman.
Yeah.
When you listen to Ben Johnson talk,
Football
you listen
coach.
to a football coach, an intelligent guy that knows what he wants and has expectations that everybody must follow. Just like the line right here, we don't want to be a palms up team because that shows weakness. You will never get that line out of Matt Eberflus.
No.
You're gonna get an acronym, but you ain't getting that line.
Hey, I just made up a new acronym. Eberflus. No bad body language. NBBB.
Bro.
BL or some shit.
NBL. No
NBL.
bad. No NBBL. No
Oh,
bad
real.
body language. Eberflus would have threw that out there, man.
Hey, nephew, I got a question for you. Joel Aguirre, he got a nice little comment on here. Do you think DJ Moore body language was more because of the play calling and Waldron instead of Caleb? And I would just like to ask you this one question, nephew, before you answer that. What you think he told Tyson Bagent on that pass that Caleb missed to him?
What the F we doing, if I remember correctly?
So who was that directed at?
Could have been Shane Waldron.
Ain't no fucking way it was directed at Shane Waldron.
It could have been. Bro, no. Don't let Shane Waldron off the hook now. You just sat up here and said that month was horrible.
He was horrible. But I'm talking to that particular play, that situation. He was mad he didn't get the ball thrown this way. He was wide open. He was open. So I thought he said you should be quarterback. That's what I thought.
Nah, bro. Everybody know. Nah, bro. No. See, you up here trying to feed the baddies. The motherfuckers saw the baddie signal in the air. They finna come scrolling in the damn chat now. Cause you trying to be messy after work.
I'm just playing, man. But I ain't like that play though. He did say some negative shit though. He gotta help the rookie, bro. He a rookie quarterback, bro. He can't be saying shit like that, bro.
For sure. I don't know what happened to Drip. Maybe some technical difficulties. But we gonna keep on pushing along. But Cdub, some more things that came out of today. According to Clay Harbor, Ozzy Trapillo. Shout out to my man's G Walker from the CNG podcast. Called him the polar bear. I gotta shout him out because I ain't come up with it. Dude, big as hell. I'm just gonna say he a big ass polar bear. He said that Ozzy Trapillo took every snap with the first team offense and held his own and did a nice job. Ben Johnson did mention that the left tackle position will be like musical chairs for the moment until they see what Braxton Jones can bring them to the group. How you feeling about hearing that Ozzy Trapillo having a good day in the musical chairs aspect of it?
I love this tough love shit, bro. This ain't nothing but tough love for Braxton Jones, bro. He got to sit there and watch my man go out there and sit in and play his spot. And he did a good job. I love what they doing to Braxton Jones. You either gonna sink or swim, motherfucker. We tired of waiting on your ass to finally come within your own. Now you got some problems, goddammit. Let's go. I love what they doing with Braxton Jones. He gonna either sink or swim. Let's see how tough he is, bro.
For real. To me, that shows toughness. And shout out to my man's Busy Rand, who be on NFL Central as well. BBL principles, bad body language principles. Hey, but I'm right there with you, man. Test all these guys and see who can go out there and give you the best opportunity to win football games. Right now, it seems like 4 positions are locked up. That left tackle, hey, we know Braxton could potentially be the starter, but like I said, it seems like Ben Johnson is one of those coaches, like a Sean McVay, who had Jonah Jackson, who's currently on our offensive line, who went down with an injury, and they inserted a rookie, and the offensive line was thriving. And it took a couple of weeks. Jonah Jackson was ready, and Sean McVay was like, nah, big dog, I'm sorry, I can't start you.
Go ahead.
So my point is that, like, these young guys is getting work in.
Yeah,
Braxton Jones still got time to get some work in. But hey, if you're not available, we might end up seeing Braxton Jones be on the outside looking in. I think Ben Johnson could go that route. I'm not ready to go there yet, but I love that there's a position battle between all these guys, or at least they taking a closer look at all these guys with Ben Johnson saying that the depth chart is open.
And I don't think it could be like an even, like they play it kind of close in the competition. Because if it's close, you give it to the young guy. I think Braxton got to blow him out the water. He got to be great. You know what I'm saying? At his job to take it from this kid. But if it's close, I think they go with the kid. So he got to be outstanding, bro.
It could very well go that way. Drip. My man's Clay Harbor reported that Trapillo took some reps with the first team and he held his own and he did well. Ben Johnson mentioned that they will right now for the left tackle spot will be playing musical chairs. How you feeling about hearing those good news out of Ozzy Trapillo though?
Well, first, does my mic sound better now?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
All right, cool. I mean, I think we knew that this coming in, right, is that they were gonna do musical chairs with the left tackle, right? Like last set of OTAs, it was Karen Amagaja with the starters. This round of OTAs, it's Ozzy Trapillo with the starters. They're gonna keep trying to take a look. They're using this opportunity with Braxton being out to make sure they have all the data possible on the other two options. That way, once Braxton is still going to get an opportunity to win the starting job, right? I want to be clear there. But they're using this opportunity like they should. Get a full detailed look at exactly what these other two guys are bringing with the starters. That way, when Braxton comes back, you just can evaluate him based off what you know these other guys are bringing. Is he bringing more than them or not? And I think that's the right route to go with it.
For sure. And we also talked about Ben Johnson pretty much making a statement about he don't want this team to be a palms up type of team because that's a sign of weakness when it comes to bad body language. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I mean, you want, and that's one thing that Ben Johnson, like in the reports from this that's coming out, is that they have very much so, like he stopped anything. If he sees something that's wrong pre-snap, he's stopping it. And so Ben Johnson is really focused on getting and clearing out any of that potential bad habits and anything before it gets a chance to start. That's smart. That's what you want to do, right? This is what you want to use your OTAs for. I get it. We have been a franchise that have not done shit right from the coaching position for a long time, but it seems like Ben Johnson really understands what he needs to do to establish an expectation and establish a culture. And that's because look at where he came from. You know the Detroit Lions head coach wasn't going for none of that shit.
Yeah. Definitely.
So why should he?
Yeah, you got some popcorn going again, Drip.
What the fuck?
I don't know what. Hey, all that cooking, all the Bajan baddies is coming back to haunt
you. I don't know what's changed. I had literally the only thing I changed with my setup is I added a different monitor. Now everything's fucked up.
Oh, my man about to go crazy. Don't worry, my man's I have it fixed
in a minute.
Expeditiously. Don't worry about it. Expeditiously, Drip, don't fuck around. I'm telling you. But
don't you agree with that though, nephew? You think Braxton Jones got to blow this competition out the water? It can't. He ain't got a lot of wiggle room.
He gonna have to hold his own, bro, because I think that Ben Johnson, everybody that you hear talk about him, they say he's a maniac when it comes to details. And handling a bull rush is one of the details you got to evaluate when it comes to your left tackle. Pre-snap penalties is another detail that you evaluate for your left tackle, simply because pre-snap penalties throws off rhythm. Yeah. Not handling the bull rush hurts the quarterback in a lot of ways. So them guys it's all on him. I don't necessarily know if he got to blow him out of water, but he got to have a strong standing unless guys, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, bro. He might have to blow him out the water if I'm keeping it a buck.
That's how I'm going, bro. He got to do it because if they even, you might as well go with the younger guys, cheaper. You know,
ultimately, I think that'd be a discussion like when it comes to Ryan Post. Hey man, we seeing Ozzy, you know, we holding his own a little bit. How you feel about that?
Be better than
It's always somebody looking for offensive line help, bro. Just saying.
Oh,
but then would Braxton be best suited as a swing tackle then? Because we know Braxton Jones is really good in the run game. You know what I'm saying? If you need some extra support, you can still bring him in. He's not a bad blocker. I think he's decent enough to go in with and be an additional help. But
that motherfucker sneak on this. He gonna be on the goal line, offensive line. That's what's gonna be his motherfucking job. Goal line.
For real. It'll be crazy. And Ben Johnson also mentioned that that number 2 backup position is wide open. And hey, they both guys, they've been getting their reps. But Case Keenum did mention that Tyson Bagent, he said he's hungry. He said Tyson Bagent is hungry. We know that Tyson Bagent said he don't want to be a backup forever. And he might want to go out there and on a limb and take a shot. So what you think about that position battle, though, the QB2?
Oh, I love it. I absolutely love it. I love it for some bad reasons, personally. You know what I'm saying? As a person, you feel me, right, nephew?
I know.
But I think Tyson Bagent need this as well. Cause we got a guy that we know who's been through a lot of, he got a lot of experience in Case Keenum. He can come in and you won't have as much worries as you will with Tyson Bagent, who I think is a very talented quarterback. He got a little bit of a noodle arm. Throwing deep is probably something you don't want him to do. But I think it's good for Tyson Bagent. Yeah, he been good in a backup role for a couple years now. I don't want to get too comfortable, bro. I don't want him to get too.
My man's going. What's going on? What's going on? Everybody going through it, boy. Y'all better call y'all service provider, boy. Call your service provider.
Am I back?
You back?
Am I back?
You good? Right. But I think it's interesting to hear things like that from Case Keenum. Man, he said he's open to the QB battle for number 2, and just personally ready to go out there and do his thing. He said in the QB room, Tyson Bagent is hungry. But he said he been a competitor all his life. Yeah, it's different when you hear old man say they've been a competitor all their life. I'm just saying.
Smart, 20 years old. Talking about I've been a competitor all my life.
Case Keenum.
I'm talking about Tyson Bagent.
Case Keenum said it though. That motherfucker down there 40.
Who you want to be the backup quarterback though?
This is something that we asked for last season, to get a veteran quarterback in here.
Yeah,
I want the veteran quarterback to be that next ear in Caleb Williams. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that next voice to be in Caleb Williams' ear. Because I seen we always gonna compare the two when it comes to Jaden Daniels and Caleb Williams. We're always gonna compare them. And I look at the infrastructure that was behind Jaden Daniels. You had a good OC, a good quarterback coach, and a veteran quarterback sitting behind this guy and supporting him. We had Tyson Bagent. That's no knock on him. But if you look at Case Keenum, who's been around forever and been a part of multiple teams, won playoffs games, been a starter, been a backup for multiple organizations, that experience is a better fit than to have this young kid, Tyson Bagent. He is talented. I ain't going to cut him short. He does have his flaws, but he got some talent, but he lacked the experience. So I'm rooting for Case Keenum, man. I think it's best to have the experience in a room, because you look at Ben Johnson, Declan Doyle, who's highly talked about by Sean Payton himself. Then you look at JT Barrett. This is a former quarterback who knows what it's like. And then you bring in more experience, more good voices to sit behind and support what's supposed to be the decade-long quarterback here.
Yeah.
I need that, bro. I need it.
Yeah, we gonna be all right, man. This is an exciting time, bro, because I love what Ben Johnson doing. He gonna bring out the best out of all these players. And if you can't bring your best each and every day, and that's in practice, training camp, OTAs, anything, he's holding you responsible for that shit. And I love that. We ain't trying to be Mr. Nice Guy all the fucking time. Like,
for sure. And
can y'all hear me now?
I can hear you.
Does it sound good now,
bro? We ain't in no movie theater.
First of all, if it starts messing up again, let me know. But I'm about to tell you what was wrong. It started messing up again?
Yeah.
He about to snap. Bro about to lose his top. Bro about to lose his top. But he did speak on Austin Reed too. Say he's a very bright kid with some talent. He gonna be a kid that's gonna be deserving of a shot.
Yeah.
Years down the road.
I like that kid too. I like Austin Reed. He got that a little
I ain't saying
that innocent shit. Like he don't know how to fail. Like he don't know what failing look like, Austin Reed, to me.
At least right now, yeah.
Yeah, so he'll go out there, he'll give his all in each and every play. I know he'll do that. He might not have the talent or experience to be successful, but he'll go and give you all he got, bro. That's the type of dude Austin Reed is.
For sure. It is what it is. But hey, we did
Does it
have
still sound bad? What does it sound
sounds
like
good
now?
now.
Does it
My
sound
boy
good
feel
now?
like I thought that was finna look up. God.
Nah, I'm testing a lot of shit. So is it still sounding? Has it started back crackling yet?
Nah, you good, brother.
Okay, now when I turn the video back on, let me know if it starts crackling now, because then it'll let me know what the fuck's going on around here. I think I
boy out
figured it
here.
the fuck out.
My boy out here running whole
No,
diagnostic.
you know what it is, and this is what technology is so stupid, bro. I had a battery on my desk.
There it goes, though.
There goes.
Yeah.
All right, what about now? Is it still doing it now?
Nah.
So it's when the video is on at the same time as the.
No, it's still I heard
It's
it right
still
now.
there.
Yeah.
Is it still
Just
there?
a little bit.
All right, y'all finish the show. I'm gonna figure this shit out.
My boy
man.
running diagnostics. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh, bro.
Cold. Cold. Somebody get him in an IT department to run it. The hell is you talking about? But hey, before we get up out of here, Cdub, a number of people missing, at least for right now. I don't really think it's too much, but guys like Jalen Johnson, Kyler Gordon, Elijah Hicks, Terrell Smith, TJ Edwards, obviously Braxton Jones, Zach Pickens. But the good news is Big Bill was back. Big Bill was in practice. Take it for what you will. I don't think it's too much in nothing, though, bro.
No, that don't mean anything, bro. That shit don't mean nothing. What's going on? I really care about the young kids, the rookies we just got, the 2-year players. Y'all bring y'all ass to OTAs. Those veterans like Jalen Johnson with huge contracts and shit, they still in vacation. They ain't got to come back, bro. They all put the work in. Y'all ass just better be here when training camp start.
Yeah, I think mandatory mini camp is next week though. So I'm pretty sure they'll be there, and then you take your weeks off, and then training camp is busting.
When they say mandatory, you bring your ass. That's it.
On the real, we don't want to hear nothing.
Nothing.
We don't want to hear nothing else. For real, for real though. But hey, Cdub, in other news, Candace Parker about to get her jersey retired by the Chicago Sky.
Shout out to the Naperville darling and Candace Parker. We gonna call that Chicago, bro. We gonna call it that. And we love her, bro. She brought a chip to the city, bro. When the Bears gonna do the same. When the Bears gonna do the same, bro.
Can we get a championship? Hey,
bro, Caleb, bro.
Can we?
Yeah.
Man, they talking about AI predicting we don't get one until 2036. Man, that's 11 years from now.
Caleb gonna be in what is 14th year? What the fuck? That's crazy. They done been taught. Oh, I can imagine the media.
That's AI though. That's AI though. We go see what's to it.
Yeah.
But hey, man, that is it for the show, man. Cdub, you got anything left? Y'all know we got playoff basketball starting soon.
Yeah, y'all stay in tune, man. We almost to 20K. It's crazy. They finna let us the CBC to 20K subscribers. Bro, we doing this. It's all because of y'all, bro. Let's keep pushing, bro.
Definitely. Let's keep this thing going, man. But hey, we appreciate y'all for tuning in into another episode. Before y'all depart, do your part and hit that like button and subscribe, man. Any questions, feedbacks, concerns, go ahead and drop that down in the comment box for us. Let's chop it up. And yeah, the basketball game come on later. It's boxing. But nonetheless, if you want to call in and be a part of our mailbag episode, they talking about let's jump AI. Go ahead and call in and give your take to us. The number to do so is 773-242-9336. We are the number one spot for everything Chicago Bears. Chi-Town up and bet out. Peace, y'all.